Previously on Keeping Up with the Kenyan Politics.
Because as I talk to you today, I don't have a single name of somebody who has been abducted or disappeared.
President William Ruto wants Kenyans and the whole world to believe all abducted Kenyans are back home.
All the people who disappeared or who are abducted in what you said, all of them have been brought back to their families and to their homes. And I have given clarity and firm instructions that nothing of that kind of nature will happen again.
On May 12, 2025, he told the world, all the people who were abducted have been brought back to their families. But the Kenyan National Commission on Human Rights says 29 Kenyans are still missing. Is Ruto telling the truth?
I undertook to the country that being a democracy, and robustly so, that Kenyans must not, as has happened in the past, where Kenyans disappeared and their bodies were found in all manner of places, that will not happen under my administration. And all the people who disappeared or who are abducted in what you said, all of them have been brought back to their families and to their homes. And I have given clarity and firm instructions that nothing of that kind of nature will happen again. And that it was my commitment as I became president that extrajudicial disappearances of Kenyans will not be part of what we are doing as a nation.
In 2024, Kenya was gripped by an abduction crisis. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, or KNCHR, reported 82 enforced disappearances between June and December, targeting critics of the finance bill and vocal youths. Brian Odhiambo, Bob Njagi, and the Longton brothers were among those snatched, often by armed men in unmarked vehicles. Families searched police stations, morgues, and social media for answers. Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International pointed to state security agencies like the National Police Service and National Intelligence Service as culprits. Yet for months, Ruto's government brushed it off.
Yule aliyekuwa kiongozi wako wa siasa za ukabila, aliyekuwa naibu wa rais, huyo ndiye mwenye kupanga mambo ya abductions ili awekelee huyu William Ruto.
Huwezi kurudi nyuma pale mahali Wakenya walikuwa wanapatikana ati kwa mito wameuawa,
na vijana wetu ni wengi wameuawa, wengine mpaka wa leo hatujui wako wapi. Relatives, parents are grieving. Nikamwambia Rais Ruto, hili si jambo rahisi. Na hao wazazi, mimi nilikuwa na bahati, nilikuja kwako ukaachilia, ukasema, ukapigia Nurdin na kijana wangu akaachiliwa. Nurdin alisema, Your Excellency, in 1 hour atakuwa ameachiliwa. Na kweli within 1 hour alikuwa ameachiliwa. Sasa dadangu Mother, ndugu yangu Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, ndugu yangu Eugene, wanasheria wakuu, do we need to go to kweli wa Kenya? Hilo ndilo swali nilikuwa nauliza, na nilikuwa naiweka at his doorstep, at his doorstep, sorry. Kwa sababu nani amefanya hiyo maneno?
Before May 2025, President Ruto and his team repeatedly denied abductions were happening. In mid-2024, as families begged for answers, government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura called abduction claims exaggerations by political opponents. Inspector General Douglas Kanja insisted no missing persons were in police custody. Ruto himself, during a town hall meeting, dismissed reports of enforced disappearances, saying our security forces are conducting lawful arrests, not abductions. These statements painted a picture of a government unaware of or uninvolved in the crisis. But the KNCHR's evidence, 82 cases, some caught on CCTV, told a different story. Then came May 12, 2025. At a press conference with Finland's president, a Finnish journalist asked Ruto point blank why Kenyans were being abducted. His response: all the people who were abducted have been brought back to their families, and it will never happen again. This was a 180-degree turn. Ruto not only admitted abductions were real, but claimed they were resolved, promising police reforms to prevent repeats. For the first time, he acknowledged what Kenyans had been saying for months. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. Here's where Ruto's story falls apart. The KNCHR confirms 29 Kenyans, like Brian Odhiambo, are still missing as of May 2025. Families are still holding vigils, and cases like Bob Njagi's remain unresolved. If all abductees were returned, as Ruto claims, where are these 29 people? His earlier denials that abductions were just arrests or didn't exist clash with his new admission, and his promise that it will never happen again rings hollow when no one has been arrested for the 82 documented abductions. This isn't just a contradiction, it is a betrayal of trust, many Kenyans believe.
Sahi nimeona kibaraka yake huko, ile mjumbe anatumianga ati anadanganya wa Kenya ati hii abduction Rigathi Gachagua ndio wanafanya. Ni ujinga, si ujinga. Can you respect the people of Kenya? The people of Kenya are very intelligent.
So why would Ruto lie? One theory is damage control. The Finnish journalist's question, asked in front of an international audience, forced his hand. Denying abductions outright was no longer credible with KNCHR reports and global scrutiny from Human Rights Watch. By admitting abductions but claiming they are resolved, Ruto might be trying to close the chapter without admitting state involvement. Another possibility: protecting security agencies. KNCHR and Amnesty International say police and intelligence units were behind many abductions. Ruto's silence on perpetrators, deaths, despite his admission, suggests he is shielding those responsible or avoiding accountability for his administration.
We have since transferred the budget from the Office of the President for the police to the Police Service Commission, and the Inspector General of the Police is now solely responsible for matters operation, for matters finances, and that my office has now nothing to do with the operations, the financing of police activities.
But what about the many who have lost their lives after abductions? Silence. What can Kenyans do? The Law Society of Kenya and KNCHR are pushing for investigations. Families can file habeas corpus cases to demand answers, as seen with the Longton brothers' release in 2024. Public pressure like protests and X keeps the issue alive. International groups like Amnesty are watching, and Kenya's courts have a history of challenging the state. Ruto's lies won't bury the truth forever. William Ruto's contradictions can't hide the pain of 29 missing Kenyans. It is time to demand the truth many believe. What do you think? Can Ruto be held accountable? Drop your thoughts. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Ushabi Jr.